Discipline is the cornerstone of success, the very foundation upon which all achievement is built. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. While motivation may provide a spark, it's discipline that sustains the fire over time. Motivation can come and go, swayed by emotions, circumstances, and external forces, but discipline is steady, unwavering, and unshaken by the whims of daily life. It's what keeps you moving forward when everything inside you says to stop. It's the inner strength that allows you to say, I will show up and do the work even when you're tired, discouraged, or uninterested. Without discipline, dreams remain nothing more than fantasies, ideas without substance, goals without progress. Discipline requires that you set aside immediate gratification for long-term gain. It means sacrificing what feels good in the moment for what will bring fulfillment in the future. It's about understanding that every action, no matter how small, is contributing to the bigger picture, to the vision you set for your life. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's often the daily grind, the repetition of small tasks that don't seem important in isolation but are vital in building something significant over time. Discipline requires patience, a willingness to invest time and effort into something that may not bear fruit immediately. It demands that you trust the process, knowing that consistency will bring you closer to your goals, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Discipline is what transforms intentions into actions. It turns I want to into I will, and I will into I did. It's the driving force behind every successful individual, the secret ingredient in the lives of those who achieve great things. They aren't more talented, more fortunate, or more blessed than anyone else. They simply understand the value of discipline. They know that talent without discipline is wasted potential, and ambition without discipline is empty desire. In a world that often prioritizes comfort and convenience, discipline stands in stark contrast, demanding that you push beyond your comfort zone, that you resist the urge to quit when things get difficult. It's what separates those who achieve from those who only dream. Discipline teaches you to show up day in and day out, even when the rewards are not immediate, even when the results are not apparent. It's the commitment to the process, the understanding that mastery takes time, that success is not the result of one big leap, but a series of small, consistent steps taken over time. Discipline is what keeps you on track, guiding you through moments of doubt, moments of frustration, and moments when the path forward is unclear. It's a muscle that must be exercised regularly. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. The more you commit to doing the things you don't want to do, the easier it becomes to push through the resistance, to overcome the barriers that once seemed insurmountable. Discipline is not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about being committed. It's about having a clear vision of where you want to go and being willing to do whatever it takes to get there. It's about showing up for yourself, honoring your goals, and making progress even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. The way you think determines everything about the way you live. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it has the power to shape your reality in profound ways. It influences how you interpret your experiences, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately the actions you take. The truth is, every thought you allow into your mind either empowers or limits you. A mindset of abundance, of growth, of possibility opens doors that you might not even realize exist, while a mindset filled with negativity, doubt, and fear can lock you into a cycle of stagnation and frustration. It's not about the external circumstances, but rather how you perceive and react to them. Your mind can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. The thoughts you nurture daily set the tone for the life you live, and this is why cultivating the right mindset is so crucial to achieving success. If you approach life with a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities for growth, you become resilient in the face of adversity. Instead of being defeated by setbacks, you view them as lessons, as necessary steps in the process of becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. A growth mindset doesn't shy away from difficulties, it embraces them, knowing that every challenge presents a chance to learn, improve, and evolve. It shifts your focus from immediate gratification to long-term growth, from seeing failures as permanent to understanding them as temporary and surmountable. When your mind is set on progress rather than perfection, you give yourself permission to try, to fail, and to keep going, no matter how many times you stumble along the way. On the other hand, if your mindset is one of limitation, where you believe that your abilities, your circumstances, or your resources are fixed and unchangeable, you'll be less likely to take risks, to push beyond what feels comfortable, and to pursue your dreams with the full force of your potential. A limiting mindset traps you in a small, confined space where fear of failure becomes the dominant voice in your head. It tells you that it's safer not to try, not to stretch yourself, not to aim for anything too big because the risk of disappointment seems too great. This type of thinking stifles creativity, innovation, and growth. It convinces you that your current situation defines your entire future, that your past mistakes dictate what you're capable of, and that there's no point in striving for more because the outcome is already set. But the truth is, this is a self-imposed prison, one built entirely by your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and your own expectations. Your mindset influences not just what you believe is possible, but also how much effort you're willing to invest. When you believe that success is attainable, that your hard work will pay off, and that your abilities can be developed through dedication and perseverance, you approach tasks with a different level of energy and commitment. You're not deterred by obstacles because you trust in your capacity to overcome them. You don't give up easily because you know that persistence is the key to breakthrough. You understand that every step, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. And this belief drives you to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. Moreover, your mindset determines the kinds of people you surround yourself with, the opportunities you seek out, and the level of success you believe you deserve. A positive, empowered mindset attracts like-minded individuals who share your vision, your drive, and your commitment to growth. It opens your eyes to possibilities that others may overlook and gives you the courage to pursue those possibilities with boldness and conviction. When your mind is set on achieving greatness, you become magnetic to opportunities that align with your purpose. You begin to see doors where others see walls, to find solutions where others see problems, and to create pathways where none seem to exist. Your mindset shapes your ability to persevere in the face of doubt and uncertainty. It's what allows you to stay focused on your vision, even when the results aren't immediately visible, even when the progress is slow, and even when others might not understand or support your journey. It gives you the strength to push through the noise, the distractions, and the negativity that might try to derail you. It helps you maintain clarity and focus so that you can stay aligned with your goals no matter what external circumstances arise. When your mind is strong, focused, and aligned with your purpose, you become unstoppable in your pursuit of your dreams because you understand that the only thing standing between you and your success is the way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you're willing to take. Resistance is an inevitable part of any journey toward greatness. It's that force, often invisible but always present, that tries to pull you back when you're striving to move forward. It comes in many forms: distractions, procrastination, self-doubt, fear, and even external forces like criticism or unforeseen obstacles. Resistance shows up when you least expect it, often at the most critical moments when you are closest to making a breakthrough. It's that voice in your head telling you maybe tomorrow you're not ready or this is too hard, but overcoming resistance is the key to progress because everything you truly want in life lies on the other side of it. Resistance has a way of disguising itself as logic or practicality. It tells you to slow down, to play it safe, or to avoid discomfort. It convinces you that taking the easy road is somehow better for you. Yet deep down, you know that true growth only happens when you face resistance head on and push through it. Resistance isn't there to stop you, it's there to test you to make sure you're committed to your goal. The greater the resistance, the more valuable the outcome on the other side. But many people give in too early. They turn back at the first sign of discomfort, not realizing that the moment they choose to push through is the moment they grow stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. Resistance, in many ways, is a mirror of your inner fears and doubts, reflecting back the insecurities that you haven't yet overcome. Overcoming resistance starts with recognizing it for what it is: a temporary barrier, not a permanent roadblock. It's a moment of discomfort, not a sign to stop. When you can identify resistance as just another step in the process, you begin to understand that it's not an indicator of failure, but a necessary part of success. It's the price you pay for progress, the friction that makes you stronger and more resilient. Each time you push through resistance, you're not just moving closer to your goal, you're training yourself to handle greater challenges in the future. You're building the muscle of perseverance, and with each repetition, that muscle grows stronger, more capable of withstanding whatever comes your way. Resistance is like weight in a gym. The more you lift, the stronger you become, and the more resistance you overcome, the more unstoppable you become in pursuing your goals. In many cases, resistance is internal, stemming from fears of failure, success, or even the unknown. It's a psychological barrier rooted in past experiences, limiting beliefs, or the fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. The mind can be incredibly convincing when it wants to avoid discomfort, painting worst-case scenarios that make you second-guess your abilities or your decisions. But overcoming internal resistance requires a shift in mindset, a decision to challenge the narrative that's holding you back. It involves recognizing that the discomfort you feel is temporary, that it's a necessary part of the process, and that on the other side of it is the growth and progress you've been seeking. It's about accepting that every meaningful achievement requires you to face moments of uncertainty and discomfort, and that these moments are not signs of weakness but opportunities to develop strength. External resistance, on the other hand, comes in the form of obstacles, setbacks, or even the opinions of others. It can be difficult to stay focused when external forces seem to conspire against you, but overcoming external resistance is about maintaining clarity of vision and staying committed to your goal despite the challenges. It requires an unwavering belief in your ability to succeed, no matter what circumstances arise. External resistance is often beyond your control, but how you respond to it is always within your power. Whether it's a financial setback, a difficult relationship, or a series of unforeseen events, your ability to push through external resistance comes down to your determination and your willingness to keep going, no matter how tough the journey becomes. The process of overcoming resistance is not easy, nor is it quick. It's a battle that must be fought daily, sometimes moment by moment. But each time you resist the urge to give up, each time you choose to press forward, you're not only making progress toward your goals, you're redefining what you're capable of. You're proving to yourself that you have the strength, the discipline, and the resilience to overcome whatever stands in your way. Time is the most valuable resource you will ever have, yet it's the one thing that most people take for granted. Unlike money, possessions, or opportunities, time cannot be earned back once it's lost. Every second that passes is a moment you will never get back, and yet so often we let time slip away, believing there will always be more of it in the future. We convince ourselves that we'll have another chance to pursue our dreams, to take action, or to make a change. But the harsh reality is that time keeps moving forward, whether we are ready for it or not. It doesn't slow down when we're unprepared, and it doesn't stop when we're unsure of our next step. Time doesn't wait for you to feel motivated or for the perfect conditions to arise. It simply continues, indifferent to your hesitation or indecision. Each day you put off doing what you know you need to do, you push your future farther away. The more you delay, the harder it becomes to make progress. Time has a way of slipping through your fingers unnoticed until you look back and realize how much of it has passed without any real action or achievement. Procrastination isn't just a minor delay, it's a thief that robs you of your potential, of the opportunities you could have seized, of the progress you could have made. And yet, so many people live in a constant state of procrastination, always waiting for tomorrow, for next week, for the right moment to start. But tomorrow never really comes because when tomorrow arrives, it's already today. And just like today, it comes with its own distractions, its own challenges, and its own excuses. Time is relentless. It keeps moving, whether you are taking advantage of it or wasting it. It doesn't care if you're ready. It doesn't care if you're afraid. It keeps moving forward, leaving behind those who hesitate, those who wait, and those who fail to take action. Time waits for no one, and it's one of the few things in life that is completely beyond your control. You can't pause it, rewind it, or fast forward through the difficult parts. All you can do is make the most of the time you have in the present. The longer you wait to take action, the more time you lose and the further behind you fall. You may think you have plenty of time to pursue your dreams, to make changes, or to achieve your goals, but the truth is, you don't know how much time you have. None of us do. Time is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. Each moment is an opportunity to move closer to your goals, to learn something new, to improve yourself, or to make an impact on the world around you. But if you squander that time, if you allow yourself to be distracted, to procrastinate, or to delay, you are essentially giving away your future in exchange for temporary comfort or convenience. Every moment you spend procrastinating is a moment that could have been spent building your dreams, developing your skills, or working toward the life you desire. Time once lost is lost forever. You can't get it back, no matter how much you wish you could. You can only move forward, and the sooner you start, the better. The problem is that most people underestimate the value of time because it seems endless. When you're young, it feels like you have all the time in the world to do the things you want to do. But as the years go by, you start to realize just how quickly time passes. Weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. Before you know it, opportunities that once seemed within reach have passed you by. The dreams you once held so tightly begin to fade as the demands of daily life take over. It's easy to get caught up in the routine of life, telling yourself that you'll get to your goals eventually, that you'll have time later to focus on what really matters. But eventually never comes unless you make the conscious decision to seize the moment now. Time doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't slow down when you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, or when you're uncertain about your next step. It keeps moving whether you're ready or not. And the longer you wait to take action, the more difficult it becomes to catch up. The opportunities you have today may not be available tomorrow. The people you can connect with today may not be there in the future. The energy, drive, and passion you feel now may wane over time if you don't act on them. Waiting for the perfect moment to start is a trap because perfection never arrives. There will always be reasons to wait, reasons to delay, but time keeps moving forward with or without you. You may think you have time to spare, but time is the one resource you can never replenish. Every day that passes without action is a day you can never get back. And while you may not see the effects of lost time immediately over the course of months and years, the impact becomes undeniable. Lost time accumulates, and before you know it, you find yourself looking back, wishing you had started sooner, wishing you hadn't wasted so much time waiting for the right moment. One of the most significant barriers to success is becoming too preoccupied with the process rather than keeping your eyes on the result. When you set a goal or desire to achieve something meaningful in life, it's easy to get lost in the details of how to get there. The process can seem overwhelming, filled with challenges, roadblocks, and uncertainties. This often leads to hesitation, second guessing, and even paralysis as you become consumed by every step, every obstacle, and every tiny decision that lies ahead. But the truth is, the process will never be perfect. It will never be without challenges, and there will always be things that don't go according to plan. That's why it's so crucial to shift your focus from the process itself to the result you want to achieve. When you concentrate on the result, the end goal, you create a clear vision of what you're striving for. This vision becomes your anchor, your guiding light, and it gives you the strength and determination to push through whatever difficulties the process throws your way. The challenges and uncertainties become less significant because your mind is fixed on the outcome. The result is what matters, not the little inconveniences or bumps in the road along the way. By keeping your focus on the result, you allow yourself to push through discomfort, to stay motivated when the process feels difficult, and to persevere even when things don't go as planned. The process is important, yes, but it's the result that drives you, that fuels your passion and keeps you going even when the road is rough. When you are overly focused on the process, you can become bogged down in the details. You may find yourself worrying about how long it will take, how difficult it will be, or whether you're doing everything perfectly. This focus on the process can lead to frustration, burnout, and ultimately quitting before you reach the result. Perfectionism creeps in, causing you to overanalyze every step and criticize yourself for every perceived misstep. You start questioning whether you're on the right path, whether you're doing things the right way, and you begin to lose sight of why you started in the first place. This is the danger of fixating on the process, because the process is rarely smooth, rarely perfect, and often unpredictable. The key to success lies in your ability to maintain a laser focus on the result. The result is what inspires you, what drives you to keep going when the process becomes tough. When you focus on the result, you're less likely to be deterred by temporary setbacks or challenges because you understand that they are just part of the journey. They are necessary stepping stones on the path to achieving your goal. Focusing on the result allows you to maintain perspective, to see the bigger picture, and to keep moving forward even when the process feels overwhelming. The process is just the vehicle that gets you to the result. It's the result that truly matters. When you focus on the result, you also become more efficient in your actions. Instead of getting caught up in the minutiae of how to do something, you start thinking strategically. You ask yourself, what actions will get me closer to my goal? Rather than, how can I perfect this step in the process? This mindset shift allows you to move faster, to take decisive action, and to adapt when things don't go according to plan. The result becomes your compass, guiding your decisions and helping you navigate through the process without getting stuck in unnecessary details. It frees you from the burden of trying to make everything perfect along the way, allowing you to focus on progress rather than perfection. Focusing on the result also helps you stay resilient in the face of adversity. When the process gets tough, it's easy to feel discouraged, especially when you encounter setbacks or challenges that seem insurmountable. But when your mind is fixed on the result, these obstacles become temporary. You start to see them as part of the journey rather than barriers to your success. You become more willing to endure discomfort, to push through pain, and to keep going when things get hard because you understand that the result is worth the effort. The process may be uncomfortable, but the result is what makes it all worthwhile. It's important to remember that the process is never linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of progress followed by setbacks, times when everything seems to be going smoothly and times when nothing seems to be going right. But this is the nature of any worthwhile endeavor. The process is messy, unpredictable, and often difficult. If you focus too much on the process, it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. But when you focus on the result, you're able to stay motivated and keep moving forward no matter what happens along the way. The result is your North Star, the thing that keeps you grounded and focused, even when the process feels chaotic. Another benefit of focusing on the result is that it allows you to be flexible in your approach. When you're fixated on the process, you can become rigid, unwilling to adapt or change course when things aren't working. You may feel like you need to follow a specific path or stick to a particular plan, even when it's not yielding the results you want. But when your focus is on the result, you become more open to experimentation and adaptation. You're willing to try new approaches, to pivot when necessary, and to find creative solutions to problems because your ultimate goal is to achieve the result, not to adhere to a specific process. This flexibility allows you to overcome obstacles more easily and to find the most efficient path to your goal, even if it's not the one you originally envisioned. In the end, it's the result that matters. The process is just the means to an end. It's the result that will give you the sense of accomplishment, the feeling of success, and the satisfaction of knowing you've achieved something meaningful. When you keep your focus on the result, you become unstoppable. You no longer let the difficulties of the process hold you back because you understand that the result is worth every challenge, every setback, and every moment of discomfort. The process is temporary, but the result is permanent. Accountability is the cornerstone of personal integrity, and it is deeply intertwined with self-respect. When you take full responsibility for your actions, decisions, and outcomes, you are demonstrating not only to others, but to yourself that you are in control of your life. Accountability is not just about admitting when you are wrong or accepting responsibility for failures. It's about understanding that your life, your circumstances, and your progress are the direct result of the choices you make and the effort you put in. When you are accountable, you don't look for excuses or blame others for where you are. Instead, you acknowledge that everything you do or fail to do has an impact on your future. This is where true self-respect begins to grow, because when you hold yourself accountable, you are sending a message to yourself that you are capable, that your actions matter, and that you have the power to shape your own destiny. Self-respect is the internal acknowledgement of your worth, and it is built upon a foundation of accountability. When you hold yourself to a high standard, you are showing that you respect yourself enough to take your commitments seriously. You respect your goals, your dreams, and the person you are becoming by ensuring that you are accountable for the effort and dedication you put into every task. Accountability demands that you show up for yourself, that you follow through on your promises, not just to others, but to yourself. It's about doing what you said you would do, even when it's difficult, inconvenient, or uncomfortable. The more you practice accountability, the more your self-respect grows, because you are proving to yourself that you are reliable, capable, and worthy of achieving your goals. Self-respect and accountability go hand in hand because they both require discipline and a commitment to personal growth. When you respect yourself, you hold yourself to a higher standard. You are not willing to settle for mediocrity or half-hearted efforts. You understand that your success depends on your ability to take responsibility for your life, your choices, and your actions. You don't wait for others to push you or for circumstances to align perfectly before you take action. You understand that you are responsible for your own progress and that no one else can make you successful but you. This level of accountability requires self-discipline because it's easy to make excuses, to blame circumstances, or to avoid responsibility. But when you respect yourself, you don't allow yourself to fall into that trap. You know that true growth comes from taking ownership of your life and your actions. Accountability is also a form of self-love. When you hold yourself accountable, you are showing that you care enough about yourself and your future to do the hard things, to stay committed, even when it's tough, and to push through obstacles rather than giving up. Self-respect is built through these small, daily acts of accountability. through the consistent follow through on your commitments, no matter how small they may seem. When you respect yourself, you don't allow yourself to break promises because you understand that every time you fail to hold yourself accountable, you chip away at your self respect. On the other hand, every time you take responsibility for your actions, every time you push yourself to follow through, you reinforce your self worth and strengthen your belief in yourself. The opposite of accountability is making excuses, and excuses erode self respect over time. When you consistently find reasons why you can't do something, when you blame others or external circumstances for your lack of progress, you are essentially telling yourself that you are not capable of overcoming challenges. Each excuse chips away at your confidence, at your belief in your ability to control your life. Over time, this leads to a lack of self respect because deep down, you know that you are not living up to your potential. Excuses are a way of avoiding responsibility, and when you avoid responsibility, you avoid growth. Accountability, on the other hand, forces you to face your challenges head on. It requires you to confront your weaknesses and limitations, but in doing so, it also empowers you to overcome them. Accountability is what allows you to grow, to improve, and to become the best version of yourself. When you are accountable, you develop a sense of pride in your accomplishments because you know that you earned them through your own hard work and dedication. You didn't rely on others to push you. You didn't wait for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. You took action, you stayed committed, and you followed through, even when it was hard. This sense of pride is an essential part of self respect because it's a reflection of your inner belief in yourself and your capabilities. You know that you are capable of achieving great things because you've proven it to yourself through your actions. Accountability isn't about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about taking ownership of your life and your journey, and in doing so, you build a deep and lasting sense of self respect. Accountability also fosters trust, both with yourself and with others. When you consistently hold yourself accountable, you build trust in your ability to follow through, to handle challenges, and to make good decisions. This trust is crucial for self respect because it reinforces your belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. You know that when you set a goal, you will do whatever it takes to achieve it because you've proven to yourself time and time again that you are accountable for your actions. This self trust is the foundation of confidence because it allows you to approach new challenges with the knowledge that you have the discipline, the resilience, and the accountability to succeed. Self-respect and accountability are also essential for maintaining strong, healthy relationships. When you are accountable, others know that they can rely on you, that you will follow through on your commitments, and that you take your responsibilities seriously. This builds trust and respect in your relationships because people know that you are someone who can be counted on. But perhaps more importantly, accountability ensures that you maintain a strong relationship with yourself. When you are accountable, you don't let yourself down. You don't allow yourself to fall into the trap of procrastination, excuses, or avoidance. You hold yourself to a high standard because you know that you are capable of achieving great things. Accountability is a form of self-care because it ensures that you are taking the necessary steps to create the life you want and deserve. Ultimately, accountability is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that you are in control of your life, your decisions, and your future. When you take full responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to create the life you want. You stop waiting for others to make things happen, and you stop blaming external circumstances for your lack of progress. Instead, you take ownership of your journey, knowing that your success is in your hands. This level of accountability fosters a deep sense of self-respect because you know that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Accountability and self-respect go hand in hand, because when you hold yourself accountable, you demonstrate to yourself and to the world that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of achieving greatness, and that you have the power to create the life you desire. In conclusion, forcing yourself to get things done is not merely about pushing through tasks, it's about transforming your mindset, cultivating discipline, and holding yourself accountable to the highest standards. It means recognizing that time waits for no one, and every moment is an opportunity to shape your future. When you overcome resistance and focus on the result, you are aligning yourself with the power of purpose and determination. True success comes when you respect yourself enough to be disciplined, take ownership of your journey, and rise above excuses. The road may be challenging, but the rewards of perseverance, accountability, and self-respect are immeasurable. You have the ability to create the life you desire if you commit to getting it done, no matter the obstacles in your way.